All right, guys. Sorry, we're back. We really apologize for the technical issue. Kansas is saying everything around Ajax going wrong. We are cursed. It seems that way. Again, apologies. Some technical issues we didn't foresee, so we're back now. I hope some people will come back. um, Guys, I was going through the comments, but coming back, basically, Ajax was saying very clearly that there are two wrongs here: the board and also from Cruz. Eventually, what Cruz did is unacceptable, but also we cannot turn a blind eye to what the board. I mean, basically dropping the ball, not doing the due diligence, not checking, etc. So my question is also, Pierre, you already mentioned this. Let me go to you. Like, how much positivity can you muster? Because in a few months we're going into the summer window, and we know that it's going to be an overhaul. We need to strengthen the squad and change the squad drastically, and we don't have anyone to do it right now.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it's going to be rough. Just like the stream, we're lacking a technical director at Ajax.
Yeah.
So we're in a bit of trouble. And we're not just lacking a technical director, we're also lacking someone that can appoint a technical director. Or it should be done by, I think, Menno Gele, Suzanne Lenderink, and Beuker, I think. So I actually expect Beuker and Kelvin Lang to do it together. And I do trust him. I think Lang is fantastic, and I think he really has an eye for players. But I'm not sure how he is on the business side of things. I'm not sure if he's ready or even wanting to take this role. So it's going to be rough. We have very little time, as you saw. Feyenoord already signed Anis Haj Moussa. So our competitors are already making move, as far as you can still call them competitors at this point. It's getting more and more painful, but we need to get back on our feet. So we really do need some people that can actually help with that. And the supervisory board hasn't shown that they will be there to help the club lead into a new, better future.
I think something is going wrong, man. I see two live streams at the same time.
Papimento, can you please double check what's going on, because people are asking whether this is the right live stream, yes or no?
One is, but there's a second one also being live at the moment, but that's something that I was talking in and I didn't speak yet, so that's weird.
What? What do you mean you were talking in it? And
it's another one that's live, but it's the thing that we already recorded.
Yeah, but that ended.
Yeah, but right? It still says live.
Yeah, probably. Papimento, can you please have a look at that? Thank you so much. All right, guys. All right. Let me see. What else do we have? Kansas saying I slide years behind. That's true. Christian is asking what happened to Huntelaar. Is he still at home with the burnout? Yeah, I think so. We haven't heard anything from him yet. So unfortunately, yes. I question whether he will come back, to be honest, to Ajax.
It would also be very rough to come back, because I think he would have to start working under Lang, which will be a very tough job the upcoming month. So it might just also be too much for him.
Yeah. Especially when you go away with a burnout, you're not gonna come back in this shit.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Exactly. We don't have any stability right now, so it's not ideal to come back, to be honest. Guys, I missed out on the formation or the first 11, so I don't know who's playing or who's not. But I wanted to touch upon, we played Zwolle on Sunday, and one of the things that we've been seeing lately is that Taylor is being used as a left wing back. Linson is being used sometimes as a right wing back. Your thoughts on this, Pierre? Just going with you first about this kind of change that Van 't Schip has done.
Yeah, I think he's lost the plot. It's starting to feel like a social experiment, just trying to make more and more ridiculous 11s, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. I know he told us that it was so Taylor and Linson could both play on the inside, and then Berghuis and Gods could go out wide, but they're not players that like to go out wide. They're players that like to go inside, so it doesn't make any sense. And we played with Akpom as a striker, So you want these crosses that are just not coming in at all.
Yeah.
What formation is this, man? Let's look at it, because is it 5-2-3?
I
Let's
think
see.
it's
So we have Ramai, we have Guy, Rensch, Kaplan, Hato. So those are 4, but
Yeah, but probably Taylor is on the left side.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
the
definitely.
Tahirovic and Manswerk, and then Gods, Lienson, and Bergwijn. It's 5-2-3,
Yeah,
No,
Lienson on
right?
the
Lienson is in
right.
the midfield.
Or is he going to say it's 3-4-3 again?
No.
No,
He's
it's
gonna play
5-5-3-2.
Lienson as a right winger.
5-3-2, I guess.
No, I think
5-2-3.
5-2-3.
5-2-3.
I think he's playing Lienson as a right winger. I'm telling
I
you
think
right
so
now.
too. Gods as a left winger, Bergwijn as a striker, and Tahirovic and Manswerk as the pivots.
yeah. So somebody said that Akpom is injured.
No chocolate.
He's not playing, and Rijkhoff is on the bench. What's up with
Yeah.
everybody getting injured and being sick all the time? Seriously, I've never seen Ajax this many times having injuries and sickness every game.
They might just all be depressed, you know.
Yeah.
It's just impossible at this point. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't make any sense anymore. The medical staff is absolutely screwed.
So the first thing that pops into my mind, if Akpom is injured, yeah, and Brobbey is injured, and you bought a former youth product for several million euros, why the hell aren't you playing Rijkhoff? I don't understand.
And this man is going to lead all the coaches on the academy.
Hold on. Yeah.
What the hell?
It's because he thinks Lienson is a great right winger.
I wanted to say in the previous stream, which we thought is going to be one stream, but now we have 2 separate streams, but never mind. They said, somebody mentioned, I think it was, I don't know who it was, but they said like, Yadorenko let the youth play. So this is right up your alley right now. Yeah. So go ahead. You know, what's up with Rijkhoff? Why is he not playing?
I think it's the new youth policy of Ajax. I don't know.
No, but seriously, Van Schip touched upon why he is playing Taylor and Lienson as backs at the moment.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden now he decides, as I can judge it by the names I see, that he's playing Guy now as a right back. So he prefers that, while he explained himself why he is playing Lienson there, over playing Rijkhoff as a striker and Bergwijn and Gods as wingers. I just don't understand this guy, man.
Maybe Van Schip is so innovative that we don't see it.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why he's going to be appointed.
He's 10 steps ahead.
He's such an innovator that he's going to step down at the end of the season.
Let me go to the comments quickly, guys. Then we talk about the game quickly. Ajax Magnus is saying, happy that Gods is giving game time at least. Yeah, fully agree. All balls to Gods. Yeah, that's going to be the tactic pretty much. Nickname is saying, Mountain Wine as a striker, laughing my ass off. Yeah. Sahbi is confirming. Good to have you, Sahbi, on the chat. 532.
Exactly.
Yeah, but how? Then
no, he's wrong. I don't believe
Lienson
it.
is a 10?
Yeah.
No, yeah, Lienson is a 10 and Gods and Bergwijn at...
Yeah, Luke is saying everyone except Bergwijn is defense. So 901. That's the formation.
Yeah.
Look, guys, we're kidding a little bit, but what are you guys expecting from this game, which will start in less than an hour? Honestly, because we weren't that great against Zwolle, to be honest.
Like, you know, this normally my expectations for Ajax were always like this, and it was declining the whole season. Now it's like rock bottom, so I do not have any expectations.
Don't say that anymore. I don't want to hear the phrase rock bottom ever again, because every time we're going lower and lower.
It's just like with stocks,
we're like
right?
the Mariana trend.
It's keep dipping.
Exactly.
What is your expectation, Yadorenko? Here, I have cans right here for you. Yadorenko just play the youth solution for all the problems.
Yeah, that's not what I ever said, but okay, fine. Let's put in under 19. Maybe they can do better because
I mean,
I have no hopes at all. I have no hopes. I just hope they get a point or hope that they win somehow, but I don't know how. I don't know how they will manage to do that. They're gonna play with a 5-3-2 or 5-2-3 system at home against Go Ahead Eagles.
According to Van Schip, playing 5 at the back or whatever formation you want to see, a 3-4-3, like Ajax said, it creates more stability in the team than before. Do you guys agree with that?
No.
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 All right.
You know what brings stability? If you play one system, one formation for a long time and make same decisions, that would create stability.
Yeah, and not only that, something I touched upon like weeks ago. What creates stability? It's not only the formation; it's the things you train as a unit, pressing together,
Exactly.
carrying out the tactics together. No islands, cohesion. Train it. Train how to press together. Train how to play progressive passing. You know, certain things, and also fight for those freaking second balls after a duel. You know, we always get beaten if there's a duel and there's a ball somewhere in the middle, then it's always the opponent that gets the ball because we're not fighting for it. Those things you have to train. Doesn't matter what formation you play. Those are the things that must be, improved. And I'm not seeing it. The only time I saw it was against that first game against Aston Villa and against PSV a while back.
Yeah, but that was not on the Schippy.
It
That was on the Maduro.
No, it
Was
was
on the
no,
Maduro.
against PSV was
No,
on
the
the Schip,
last
right?
PSV game was
No.
with Van Schip.
Was from
No,
Schip.
the
the
last-
first
Yeah.
PSV game,
Yeah, the
PSV
first
game
one
away.
was-
I'm
True.
talking
What
about the
under-
last one.
The last
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let me go quickly to something else because we're talking about everybody, like shifting all the players. And, look, we're looking very critical at Van Schip, rightfully so. Other things we have to also keep in mind. I don't think we ever had a full squad this season because everybody is either sick or, like I said, injured, etc. One of the mysteries right now is Berghuis, to be honest, because last time he played was Bodo Glimt, if I'm not mistaken, on the 25th of February. It's over a month now. And first he had knee issues, then he had back issues. But now we're not hearing anything from him. He hasn't trained yet, according to Van Schip. I mean, honestly, I'm starting to question whether he really has an injury.
Maybe he's suspended by the supervisory board. Could be it.
Why is that?
Because it's no argument there why he's not training or even that we get an update. Like he still has back problems or he's coming back within 1 week or 2 weeks. We had a prognosis with Henderson also, probably back for the Klassieker, hopefully. So why don't we hear anything about Berghuis? But at the same time, we do hear like rumors that he's already probably going to Besiktas next season, that sort of stuff. I think it's weird. Why do we not hear anything about his current situation?
We did. His agent told that everything is fine and he's trying his hardest.
Yeah.
So Roy is saying, or suggesting maybe he had a falling out with Van Schip. Smiley.
Could be.
I wonder what it's about. Probably he didn't like the formation that we're playing right now or something. Maybe. We don't know.
It is Berghuis like to create havoc or if things aren't going well to be sometimes a bit of a character. So can imagine it happening. But why don't you just be clear about that, If something happens under Ten Hag, for example, he just told us what it is and continues.
Yeah. So Millennium is saying Berghuis was the one who sold shares to Cruz. So maybe, who knows? Gans is saying maybe it has to do with Feyenoord on Sunday. Yeah. I mean, it's a stretch, guys. We don't know anything. We're just guessing here. But I do find it very strange that it's taking this long, to be honest.
I'll be honest, I think he's just not making any progress, and I think that's the problem, and they just don't want to report that he isn't making any progress because the medical staff has already received a lot of critique. I think that's the problem.
And the problem is also that he has knee issues and back issues, and back issues are very hard to measure. So you don't know if there's actually an issue or not. He can just simulate it or whatever. It's hard to check.
Yeah. So what are the chances of us winning this game tonight?
50-50.
Really?
I'm going 30%.
How much, Peer?
30,
No, maybe
30%.
he can also draw. So, yeah, don't know.
30% for the win.
Why 30%? We're playing at home, so why would you say 30%?
Well, because Go Ahead is miles clear of Pek Zwolle, and we're struggling.
Okay,
And
yeah, we
I've
are
just
struggling.
seen the formation, and we don't have anyone that can score goals.
That's the problem. You know, there's so little attacking impulse in this team, the way we play now, the formation that we play. And even plays that can give us a spark, maybe with Leanson and Taylor, have to do so many other things now that they cannot solely focus on being in that latter part of the pitch, you know,
True.
to help out the team. It's just Bobby Solo now, you know, try to reach Bergwijn or hoping for an action of Gods and then just score a goal.
Yeah. So the people that don't know the phrase Bobby Solo, can you explain that to them as well?
Yeah, it's just you give the ball to somebody and you hope for the best, you know, like an Ibrahimovic kind of goal against NAC Breda, doing all on his own, you know. So yeah, it's just, and somebody also, it also means that somebody who gets the ball usually doesn't give it to somebody else and wants to do everything himself. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Jadrenko, let me ask you one of your favorite questions. I know you don't like the style that we're playing. If it was up to you with the players that we have right now, how would you play?
4-3-3.
Which players? The players that are available. So say it right now. Share it with us.
Ooh, that's a hard one. Can I use injured players or not?
No. The players for tonight. So the players that are available.
Okay, I will start with Ramai. Then I would go with, I think, Rens, Kaplan, Hato, and I think Sosa. Then Vos. Then
Sosa's sick, right? Sosa's not available.
oh,
I think he was sick last week. Wasn't
Okay.
he? Is he sick as
No,
well?
I think he's still not available, if I'm not mistaken. So
He was on
Yeah.
the bench last week.
yeah, but he got
Okay.
sick again, I think.
okay. I
Wow.
would.
Okay.
Is Van der Bomen available?
Probably yes.
Okay, then I would have a midfield of what was it? Vos, Van der Bomen, Taylor probably. And then I would do Gods. I really don't know what to do on the right position. I would do Rijkhoff in the center. Maybe Bergwijn on the right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd rather
By
have
the way,
Gods
FC
on the right
Lawrence,
than Bergwijn.
just quickly,
Sorry?
didn't Van het Schip?
Rather have
didn't-
Gods on the right then.
Yeah, but I like Gods mostly on the left. So
Yeah,
and I
try
don't
it.
like Bergwijn at all. So
Yeah, we tried it against Pek Zwolle. It was okay-ish, but on the left he's much better. It's his natural position as well, in my opinion. So, but the problem is you have Bergwijn also, which favors to play there, although he doesn't play really left winger, but more as a 10.
he doesn't play at all. He's in the last game he was invisible again.
He just came back from an injury, man.
I don't care. Then don't play him. If he's not fit, if he's not up for the job, don't play him. But
Just play the youth.
He was 75 minutes on the pitch, and we only saw him when he got off.
Yeah, I just wanted to say as well, Lawrence, because you responded to this. Didn't Van het Schip say also Soutalo is available? He's fit, but he's not playing. He's on the bench. You're laughing. I'm just,
No,
Yeah, but I
Soutalo's
wouldn't
on the
play
bench. He's on the
Soutalo.
bench.
I'm sorry.
Even if you have no defenders, I wouldn't play Soutalo anymore.
Yeah. All right. Let me go to the comments quickly again. Maleo saying, I think everybody is sick of Van het Schip. No injuries, I guess. Nickname is saying, Guy and Tahirovic. Oh, hold on. Guy and Tahirovic are going to carry us today. Mark my words.
Okay, then we're gonna lose. Basically,
Guy ain't gonna carry anyone.
what are they gonna do?
Guys, look, let's stay a little bit positive. I know it's very hard, with this season, everything that's going on, but let's try, Look, at the end of the day, AZ lost yesterday. I don't know, what's the game with Feyenoord right now? They were 0-0 at halftime, right? So what is it now? Anyone knows? Let us know in the comments as well.
0-0, 70 minutes.
You see? So everybody is dropping points. There is this narrow, like, how do you say that? The door is
There's this 0.01 possibility that we still can.
no, but
second.
the door is not completely shut. That's
What
what
do you mean?
It's like 2004, and you're betting in front of the European Championship. Greece is gonna get it.
We're
That's-
Greece now.
that's-
All right. So we're now Greece.
No, that's
about
more
the-
realistic. At least those are knockout stages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's it in front of the tournament.
Yeah. Look, I have a question which is a little bit different, but there are rumors. Let me be specific. These are rumors. Data is saying, I hope I'm mentioning your name correctly. What do you think about Jordi Cruyff as CEO and Xavi as a head coach? Pierre, let me go with you first.
Well, first of all, I think it's a joke. I don't think it's going to happen. And if you seriously think that's going to happen, you might need to be checked. But other than that, let's speculate they actually go to Ajax. I'm not that much of a fan of Jordi Cruyff. I mean, we don't have anyone, so I might take him, but I don't really want him. I don't think he did a great job at Barca, and I don't think there's much of a record that you would say, yeah, he's going to save Ajax. As for Xavi, I don't like the football Barcelona's playing right now, but I do really like Xavi, and I do feel like he could play some technical football. So I'm a little bit on the edge on that one.
Fedorenko, Xavi, Cruyff, Jordi?
Yeah, why are we even discussing this?
Because
It's-
we got asked the question by
Yeah, but it's a bit like Eto'o coming to Ajax. It's never gonna happen.
we were close though, according to Overmars.
Sure.
I'll be honest, I was so young back then, and I was so happy that Eto'o might go to Ajax. It was not happening.
Exactly. Ajax, your thoughts?
Yeah, man. Yeah, if it's possible, sure, why not? But I do not see it happening. And to be honest, I do not know any names at the moment that I can even tell you like this is a good option at the moment for whatever position.
Yeah.
Just a little bit still trying to digest everything that happened again and not even mentioning anybody that would be better than them.
Feels like we're in a giant wormhole. We don't know
Yeah.
what's going on. Look, about coaches and names, there were a bunch named by the Football International last week, mostly Dutch, because most likely it will be a Dutch coach. It's not 100%, but it seems that way. Quickly on the names that are mentioned, the Dutch ones, if you have to choose one of them, who would that be?
Of this group
Of
that
the
you're
group
mentioning.
of Dutch names, yes.
Can
that we
I
saw.
also pick a different Dutch one? I'm not sure if he's in the group, but I would go with Ron Jans because I actually like Ron Jans.
No.
He's playing attacking
He's
football.
not gonna
No,
do it.
hear me out. Hear me out.
He's not gonna do it.
Let him talk.
First of all,
He's
if
not
we
gonna
need
do
it,
it.
no,
Ron
I agree. He's
DMC.
probably not going to do it. But then again, if you offer him the job, he might change his mind. Maybe we'll pay Utrecht a lot
Bye-bye.
of money, and they're like, okay, please take him. You know, we need the money. Who knows? But my point is, I think he's one of the only ones that actually plays an Ajax type of football that I could be okay with. I think many of the other ones are quite ridiculous. I think Leinders and Stuyvenberg are pretty interesting, but they shouldn't be head coach straight away. And I think Oosting is doing very good with Twente, but he's not playing the exact Ajax football that we want. I think he's the second best option behind Jans. But I don't like the fact of going for a Dutch coach anyway. They don't really fit.
Fedorenko? One
It's
name.
gonna be Frank. I think it's gonna be Frank de Boer.
Okay. Is that also of all the names? Is that what you want? Of all the Dutch names? Is that
I said before that in combination with some certain real Ajax gameplay support, I could be okay with it because of one big thing, and that he can work without a budget.
I'll be
he
back in a
has
second,
shown he
okay?
can do that. Sorry?
I'll be back in a second.
he will be back in a second?
Okay.
Oh
I'm
no, he
sorry.
split Jadarenko in half.
No, I don't think there's any trainer at this moment which really would satisfy me. So it's all a compromise. So is Frank de Boer, but with the good support around him, let's bring back some peace and quiet in the club and some structure. I think that's the most important thing. I think all those names from outside, like Ron Jans, I think he's a good coach. But again, you're betting on a horse that you don't know. So yeah, it's just a transition period where we have to go through, and you just have to bite your tongue and go with it.
Pierre, regarding your suggestion, Christian is saying the guy, so Ron Jans was terrible at Standard Liège. He does well with teams. What's this?
Mid-ranking,
Oh,
mid-table.
mid-ranking. Sorry, I didn't read it correctly. But with big clubs, he can handle it, like a certain coach we had this season.
I mean,
What's your
I get
thought
what
on
you're saying, but Standard Liège had a dreadful team, and they have been dreadful, I think, ever since. I think they're doing slightly better this year, but not great, right? I think it's Anderlecht doing good, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I think they're. How far up are they? I'm
Right
just
now?
wondering. Yeah,
I
let
don't
me
know.
check.
Hmm.
I don't follow
can't seem to
Belgian
find
football.
it. Apparently, it's very hard to find.
So, which are the coaches, Juan? While Pierre is looking up the standings of Belgian league.
The Dutch names, you mean?
Yeah, that we have to pick from.
A couple. It was already mentioned. Oosting,
Yeah, I was
Rangers.
away for a second.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Pierre said Ron Jans. Jadrenko said probably it's going to be Frank de Boer.
Okay, but you said that we had to choose from a certain group.
Yeah.
What's the group?
The group is okay. I don't know from the top of my head, but Leinders was mentioned. Let me see.
Stuyvenberg, right?
Stuyvenberg was mentioned. Oosting was mentioned. Who else did we have? There were a couple of other names as well.
The guy from Asset, Pascal Janssen.
Of course, Pascal Janssen, who's now everywhere at Ajax to be seen lately. Those are.
If I have to choose from those four.
Yeah, I'm missing one name again, but yeah.
I'd rather have none of them, but yeah, Stuyvenberg, Leinders, Oosting, or Janssen. Then I would rather have Janssen, I think, than the other three, but rather have none of them.
All right. Pierre, you wanted to react?
Yeah, I actually checked the Standard Liège standings, and they're fourth in the mid-tier group, so that's basically 10th. And I think they've been absolutely dreadful for years now. And I don't think you can blame Ron Jans for it. Like, the other teams are just much better. And the thing that makes the Belgian league much harder is there's many more teams that are close together. So it's much easier to get 7, for example.
All shitty.
A comment from Remy. Frank de Boer should be seen in the light of the competition we had at the time, which was abysmal. The points totals we became champions with would not be enough with today's opposition from the top 4.
I totally agree. Totally agree. Everybody was saying, yeah, he made the most of it with the material that he had, but the opposition was so bad back then. You can imagine him doing it again with the material we have and with the youth against the PSV team like this. It's not the same. Things have evolved in the league. It's not the same anymore. I totally agree with him.
How about what Remy is saying? I think Davos was mentioned as well, by the way. Thank you for that.
I'd rather have him than all the other options.
That's what I wanted to ask. I mean, if you're going down that path, why not just... Or is he too green for you guys? Maybe for
I don't
you.
know, man.
Well, I really like Dave Vos, and he's been quite an interesting coach to watch. He makes the team play good football. So at least that's something that's going for him. But I do think he's also on the level of Leinders and Stuyvenberg, and I don't want either of them.
Yeah, but the different thing is that Vos is at least the head coach, the manager, and Leinders and Stuyvenberg are assistants, and they do not have a track record. Vos also not a great one, but at least he is the manager. It's a different kind of role. I'm worried with all those assistants that being mentioned that they cannot carry the team in a different role. They are assistants and they are good assistants, but they are assistants, no manager.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm not sure whether you can call a young Ajax coach a manager, because his goal isn't to get first in the league. His goal is to develop players. So he's got a very different goal.
But what he has going for him, at least in this group that is being mentioned, that he knows the club, he knows the youth, he knows the system. He's already at the club. So that is something that is going for him. But not saying he would be my choice if I have to pick one, because it's very difficult to mention a suitable name at the moment. But amongst all mentioned in that group of Juan, I'd rather have him than the coaches from the outside.
But even above Pascal Janssen, who has much more experience.
Oh no! Please don't get Pascal Janssen.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like the guy of coaching.
All right. Clear. We're getting to the end of the stream, so let me ask you one final question. As always, go ahead, Eagles game. Score predictions, Pierre?
I'll try to be positive, so we'll go with 3-2.
3-2 Ajax, so 3 points. That's good. Let me go with Jadrenko.
7-0, 6 goals from Berghuis.
Jesus. My God, you always have to be sarcastic, man. Can you just be like,
no, serious?
Normal answer?
I've even put some money on it, so...
Really?
I mean, even if it's the littlest amount of money, if it's true, it'll make a big chunk of change.
All right. You want to stick with that prediction?
Yeah.
Ajax?
Man, I cannot say prediction that goes against my team, so it's just not the way I do it. So 3-1 for Ajax.
3-1 for Ajax. All right. Guys, again, apologies for today's technical difficulties. It was a bit unexpected as well, but it's a human error. It can happen. Pierre, Jadrenko, Ajax, thank you.
You're always doing this, bro. When you're in the stream with me, you're not getting away with this. What's your score prediction?
Oh, my score prediction is it's the same with you. I don't have a good feeling about the game, to be honest. I think it's going to be a draw, but let me be positive and say 2-1 for Ajax. So that's going to be mine. So let's hope we win. Just one more thing I want to say. We'll be back after the game with Game Talk. Luke will be available, and hopefully no technical difficulties then.
Yeah, and we will try to be more energetic, because we're all a little bit, fatigued from this season. So bear with us, guys.
I think Jadrenko is still very energized, to be honest.
Yeah, Jadrenko is his typical self.
He's ready to go.
Can I state one thing before we go?
Of course.
The Ajax share was started in, I believe, in 96, and it was 25 guilders, if I remember correctly.
Could be, yeah.
Which is around 11 euros.
Yeah.
11.30, something like that. And the current stock is
it's worse.
10.30, something like that.
10 euros.
And
around 10 euros,
never went really up. So why on earth was Cruz putting 400,000 euros in that stock? It's not a moving stock. It's not a generic stock that moves up in time. It's a stupid investment.
I actually want to mention this quickly.
I believe what he's saying. But still, it's stupid, and he should know better. So maybe the reasons why he bought the stock and everything he said is correct. But still, a man in his position should know the regulation and should know it's a stupid thing to do.
Sure, but that's not really my point. My point is that he's getting sacked for his dream job for the most stupid reason.
True.
Stupid investment and a stupid mistake.
No, that's
actually,
true.
I wanted to mention this really quick. He called buying the shares putting skin in the game, which is fine, sure, whatever. But the funniest thing about this, the funniest thing about it is that he said that he didn't realize that it was insider information, that he had insider information. So he said, I didn't have inside information. But then again, you bought them because you were putting skin in the game because you were going to become the director. So that's inside information. It's just the stupidest thing. It doesn't make any sense, and
it doesn't.
What's even more ridiculous? I can think about it. Maybe is a mistake or he didn't know. But I read an article from I believe there was a timeline from 2022 up until now, and he bought several times stocks within the club. And several times it was after he had talks already, because they already wanted him for a certain position, and at the last moment it didn't went through, because they hired another coach.
Just to clarify.
Cruz.
So when Overmars left, at that time Ajax basically approached him, and that was around the same time that he started buying shares of Ajax. So that was 2022, around March, April. But not only that, guys, I don't think we really went a lot into it, which was partly due to the technical difficulty that we had. But also, now he's having problems with AZ, because by the bylaws of the KNVB, you're not allowed to have shares of another club. So it's even worse now. AZ didn't know either.
No,
so
and KNVB itself is investigating it. Yes,
but what I'm trying to say, the bylaws state that you cannot have shares of another club. But AZ at the time that Cruz was there, AZ didn't know.
No, that's also ridiculous. But what I was trying to say is, if you look up that timeline that was explained, he bought several times at a certain time the last years stocks within Ajax, and each time it was after he had talks with either Danny Blind or Van der Sar or with certain members of the board that they were ready to appoint him. And at the last moment, it didn't go through because he arranged that he would have a say with the new head coach. And then they just appointed somebody without discussing it with him. So it's not only this time, it's been several times during the last years. It's so weird.
And it's an empty stock. It's nothing. It's an emotional stock. It's not going anywhere. If you've invested in any stock on the market, it would have been doubled or even more by now.
Yeah, I know, but that was
the
not
Ajax
the intention. Yeah, but that was not the intention. We all know that.
No. But it's such a strange mindset that he is buying those stocks after he talked with Ajax while the stock is not doing anything.
Yeah,
it's a strange
it's
mind
more of a
bend from him.
collector's item.
Keith is saying, one last question should end it from you.
Yeah, come on.
That's why. No, but that's why I'm bringing it up. But look, I went with the score predictions. Everybody already gave their predictions, but Yodorenko really wanted to get something off his chest about the shares, which he did, which is fine. That's why we're here. Guys, I'll see you tonight a bit later after the game. Let's hope for something positive. See you in a bit. Bye, guys.